Did you know that one of the most extraordinary battles in history took place not on solid ground, not across rolling fields or in thick forests, but under a frozen lake? Yes, under a frozen lake. This is the incredible story of the battle on the ice. A story of strategy, bravery, and nature's unpredictable hand in the course of human history. Stop scrolling and let me take you back to Northern Europe in the year 1242. Rushing cold winds, towering pine trees, and the impenetrable wilds of modern-day Russia set the stage. At the time, the Teutonic Knights, a powerful medieval order, had embarked on a campaign to expand their influence in the region. Their goal? To Christianize the Russian territories and dominate trade routes. Standing in their way was a young but determined prince named Alexander Nevsky. Alexander wasn't just a local leader. He was a strategic mastermind bent on protecting his people from conquest. The real drama unfolded on April 5th, 1242. The Teutonic Knights, clad in their shining armor, carrying heavy swords and brimming with confidence, marched toward Lake Peipus. Their mission was simple: to annihilate Alexander's forces and assert total dominance. But Alexander knew fighting head-on was a death sentence for his smaller, less equipped army. So, he devised a genius plan. He would turn nature into his greatest ally. Lake Peipus, nestled in a frigid corner of the Baltics, was still frozen over at this time of year. But Alexander suspected something the overconfident knights hadn't considered. The spring thaw was nearing. Any weight placed strategically on thin ice could spell disaster. As the battle began, the Teutonic Knights charged aggressively, their iconic cloaks of white emblazoned with black crosses billowing behind them. Alexander's troops feigned a retreat, a classic military tactic. The knights were fooled. They pursued Alexander's forces onto what looked like solid ground, although it was, in truth, the frozen lake. And then, just as Alexander had foreseen, the ice began to weaken. The sound of cracking reverberated through the air, a slow, eerie symphony of impending doom. And before the Teutonic Knights realized the trap, it was too late. Their heavy armor and horses were a death sentence. The ice shattered, plunging countless knights and their war animals into the freezing waters below. Chaos ensued. Suddenly, the once invincible knights became easy targets as the lighter, nimbler Russian soldiers tailored their attack. The would-be conquerors flailed in icy desperation, more concerned with their survival than the fight. In a single stroke, Alexander effectively turned the tide of war, not just on Lake Peipus, but for the region. Now, you might be wondering, what happened afterward? The Battle of the Ice wasn't just a pivotal military victory, it echoed far beyond the frost-covered lake. This marked an important moment in the resistance against Western expansion and Christianization. It safeguarded the unique identity of the Russian territories, fortifying them against encroachment for generations. The battle has since become a symbol of resilience and strategic ingenuity. Alexander Nevsky is remembered as one of history's greatest military leaders, and the icy lake where this epic clash occurred remains a site of historical fascination to this day. Think about it. A seemingly simple layer of ice became the defining element in one of history's most jaw-dropping battles. The next time someone tells you that medieval warfare was all about brute force, you'll know better. It was brains, brawn, and sometimes a whole lot of ice. If this story gave you chills, imagine what else the past has hidden beneath its icy layers. Follow us for more untold stories from fascinating history.